as you can see, we woke up with no power, and my buddy here, Sasha, what we said, Greg, it's freezing in this apartment. And I'll be honest, it's cold. So we've had no power all night, no heat, and some really windy, snowy conditions have moved in. And thank God we've got gas though, so we've closed the kitchen off and we're trying to warm this room up real quick. So here we go, day 343. I want to begin tonight by saying thank you. A couple of nights ago, you received the call, or you heard the doctor, Sasha, out there in the East, ask for help. And I took it the step, instead of trying to do something on Amazon and get it shipped and all that, I said, listen, if you would be available to just give a one-time blessing for this, you can do it safely and securely through our site. The link is in the description. If you'll do that, we'll take every one of those dollars and we will find these specific bandages that they need. And not only that, we'll take all of that money and we'll buy bandages for all of it. And then you will witness your dollars, your euros, whatever you're giving, literally placed in the hands of that Dr. Sasha.
Yeah.
I want to thank you. Pastor Kent sent me a spreadsheet or this screenshot and sent me the information. And just right after that stream, you guys have already given over $1,200 for us to buy bandages. And we will find them. Not only that, I've talked to some other friends today and they're going to be giving. So, hey, we're going to get a lot of bandages, folks. And we're going to get exactly what they need. And before we jump into other things, we want to say thank you. I don't know, it's a great response.
Thank you.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better than that. And hey, you guys will watch your gift get right in their hands. So let's start there. Thank you for that. And thank you for responding. Honestly, that makes us feel good because we work hard to get these streams up every night. And when our church and the community around the world responds that quickly, we know we're doing something right. So thank you. We're on the way to Kherson. We've decided to go ahead and put a couple of new tires on the back. The weather's bad, and we're just going to be smarter and safer than sorry and dumb. You get in situations down there. The roads are terrible, as you know, and it's much safer just to go ahead and be a little wiser. So delaying our departure a little bit from Molinsky, but going to be smarter. Sergey, my friend back here, is traveling with us. It'll be Sergey, Zhenya, and myself on this run, and we're excited to help people, help military. But Sergey just made a statement in his English and really touched my heart. So he said, how long am I going to be here? And I said, well, I don't know. I think I want to stay a little longer. We're coming up on the first anniversary of the war, and I want to be here for that. And he just made a statement saying thank you, that support was important, being here. So I'm here physically. Я здесь, понимаешь? Но мы имеем семья весь мир. Они здесь через меня.
Okay.
Понимаешь?
Oh.
Да. So maybe a thank you for the people standing with us.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Громко.
My friends say thank you very much.
Yeah.
From Ukraine. My heart Ukraine.
И важно мы здесь. Вместе.
Very important. Okay, очень важно.
Да. Мы вас любим, братучка. До перемоги. We've made it to a town called Letichev, Ukraine. And we noticed a little wobble in our tire. Because this is a test run. We're figuring everything out. So we called our friend Yura. And I've known this guy for 20 years. He owns our cafe here. I said, Yura, we need a tire repair place. I'm telling you guys this to show you Ukrainian culture and why we have to stand with Ukraine. He says, man, the tire repair place I recommend is right across the street from my cafe. So you come here. I'm going to give you some food. and we're having typical, beautiful Ukrainian pelmeni and salat, and we had solyanka, and our truck is right across the street. And I want to show you guys my dear friend Yura. I've known this guy for 20 years, so thank you. Spasiba. Дякую. But the beauty is, this is what Ukrainian culture is really about. And on these updates where we're telling the truth about Ukraine, not only the reality of war, this is Ukraine. So when people tell me that it's full of Nazis and fascists, we're learning the truth together. The truth is, it's not. This is Ukrainian family, friend, culture. So, thank you, Yura.
Not at all.
Folks, we wanted to follow through with our promise tonight and give you an update on what's happening around Ukraine. The update tonight's going to have to be quite short because, to be quite honest with you, we're seriously struggling with, I think the best way to say it is reliable internet. We just can't keep it today, and it's been this way all day. Doesn't matter whether we're in a bigger city or out on the road in a village. It's just in and out and in and out. So what we're going to do is keep the stream a little bit smaller and hopefully be able to get it uploaded. Want to tell you we are successfully moving east. We have left Khmelnytsky. You saw us there, and then earlier you saw us in the cafe in Letichev with our friend, and from there we have moved on through Vinnytsia. Currently it is late at night here, and we're pushing into Uman, and from there our final goal for tonight, Kirovograd, which is now called Kropotevnivsky. Really long, difficult name. It's got like 50 letters in it. So first of all, internet and communications here are tough. Power continues to be a struggle, and on top of that, weather is very bad. Just cold, snowy, windy, wet. It's winter. It's winter in Ukraine. We've moved into February 1st, and I'm just checking on a blog post here. Of course, Sergey's back there with us, and we're rolling, and all is well. So now, I want to just take a couple of minutes here, not keep it too long for tonight, because just want to make sure we can get the file uploaded, and a smaller size file being shorter will definitely help us. So, but I want to address a couple of things. First of all, it's seeming that Ukraine is now getting caught in the middle of many, many political games around the world, not only with the United States, but also with Europe, with NATO, with Iran, of course, with Russia, the invading nation, with China, with Africa, with the Middle East. And it seems that Ukraine is caught in the middle, especially when you deal with nations like Turkey, Iran, Russia, of course, NATO, and the United States. So I want to throw this out here tonight. I've received a lot of comments of people just asking me, Greg, you're there, is Zelensky a bandit and a crook? Folks, take that trash and flush it down the toilet. I'm just going to repeat this one more time, and I know everybody in here is really pro, I think, standing with truth for Ukraine. But folks, if Zelensky was a bandit, first of all, he wouldn't be here. Second of all, he would not have traveled to all of these frontline cities, risking his own life, being a real leader. Thirdly, he doesn't have $19 billion in some bank account on the Cayman Islands. So whatever trash is being fed, especially by American media, which of course comes from the Kremlin, folks, I'm here to tell you, please filter that out and help share the truth and tell the truth. He is an actor. He is very Ronald Reagan-ish, who was at the right place at the right time, and I believe God put him in the office of president at the right time to stand for his nation and to stand for a people that is, in many places, are being exterminated, kilometer by kilometer. So please, that's number one. And it seems that a lot of pressure is mounting on Ukraine now. We received news today that Viktor Orban, the Hungarian partner of Putin, let's just call it what it is, has made a direct statement telling Ukraine, stop the war, you're going to lose, you're going to get destroyed, all you're doing is killing more and more people, stop it. Of course, he's Putin's buddy and Putin's ally. In addition to that, folks, we have a mess in Iran. not only with Iran and Russia, and Iran coming out today and saying we're going to deepen our ties with Russia, Russia saying we're going to deepen our ties with Iran. Basically what that means is Russia is going to supply Iran with nuclear technology, and Iran is going to supply Russia with missiles and drones. That's what it comes down to.
Have you shared the situation between in a bank system?
All right, so man, you're talking about the integration of some banking with Iran and Russia, talking about those ties being deepened. What's going on in regard to that?
Okay, I will start and mention that you did mention the chaos in the world, and you did mention that people like, yes, the Zelensky is actor. For me, the world leaders doing like clowns now, and it's doing the world like a circus. Why? Iran, before like beginning of 2022, all SWIFT wires are blocked. Seems to me from 2018. All. What do we have now after 1 year of supplying of Russia to Russia the drones and the other stuff? They got open window. Why? Because the world say, okay, we do sanctions against of Russia and we will block their SWIFT system, but not all the banks, but just some. It's like symbolical. In reality, is a fact. The SWIFT withdrawals are the SWIFT wars continue doing. Russia had no limits at this moment. Plus, they did open the door to avoid that sanctions for the bank system for Iran, because they unified their transactions between Russia and Iran now. This way, Iran got a free window to any world transaction through Russian banks, which still having access to SWIFT system. What is that?
They're fully partnered.
Yeah.
They're
The system this way are unified bank system.
And then you add on top of that, we're not even talking about Israel.
Yes.
I mean, folks,
no, it's nothing.
we're not even talking about the United States saying today, I think it was today, that if North Korea was to launch an attack on South Korea, United States reserves the right to respond with nuclear. Folks, what on earth is happening on our planet? I think Jania called it right. Chaos and clowns, and real leaders get thrown under the bus like a Volodymyr Zelensky. It's a very sad situation, and it's tragic. So we'll see. The world is in chaos, and I'm going to stick with it. Probably the title of the program tonight. Ukraine is appearing to be caught right in the middle of it. And unfortunately, with being caught in the middle of it, what's happening? Lives are being destroyed. People are being killed every day.
Okay, one more comparison. When we got COVID-19, do you remember how all the world was unified to fight against COVID? Yeah?
Yeah.
And the world didn't have any vaccine. Any. We're trying to do everything. No one delay. Now we have not potential killing, but open war, open aggression. And the world has this vaccine to stop the war, to stop aggressor. And what world doing? Oh, we will help Ukraine. And yes, it's confirmed. Yes, but we don't have what to help. We have thousands of tanks or hundreds of tanks. So we will somehow during the year we'll find this couple, like maybe 30 tanks in our country, and it goes like this. Why? We compare not potentially, but the Russian aggressors are killing people, not potentially, in real open way. And the world has this vaccine.
And I would call that vaccine unity in action.
Yes.
And real leadership. And unfortunately, the world does have it.
Yes.
They're just not using it. We could have unity, not having it. We could have good leaders, don't have them. We could stand up against the aggressor, not doing it. So, the vaccine, great analogy there from the man who's flying me through the East here. Now, I want to jump in now and do as we promised and just give you a little quick look around the nation. I can tell you tonight that it's tough. And I know you're starting to hear that repeatedly, but it's the truth. It's tough. There is shelling that is happening in the north, in the regions of Chernihiv. There is shelling in Sumy. And I would remind you that that shelling is actually coming from, especially on the Chernihiv side, it'll be coming from the Russian nation, and it will be coming from Belarus. Don't forget that. In addition to that, Belarus today, Lukashenko himself said, we are now fully trained and we are ready to deploy Iskanders. You can, as Zhenya would say, look it up. So that's Belarus, that's on the north. Ukraine continues to have to pay attention to that. Now, if we move around, you then push over to the Kharkiv region. Kharkiv continues to be shelled and struck, not only in the city, but also in the region. And then you drop down into the Donetsk region. Of course, very, very, very difficult, where we spend a lot of time, and you have been with us. Bakhmut, the specific city that we pay a lot of attention to right now, still standing, but a challenge. Could be getting a little closer to encircling it. And I say could be, but that's what it is. And for sure, we've had some supply lines cut. And that's just where we're at it in Bakhmut. You then push around towards Zaporozhye region. You get into towns like Guliopol. It's tough, just brutal fights on the line. Of course, Ukraine will push, Russia will push, but it's very difficult. And then you move around to the Kherson Oblast, and you guys know that's where we're heading. In fact, one of the towns we were hoping and had been requested to give some delivery of aid before we left Khmelnytskyi today, we were informed that that city is now occupied. So, of course, being occupied, we will not be able to get aid to those people that we had planned to. But that shows you how fluid the front is. So that's where we're at tonight. That's a good update. You hear the emotion of the Ukrainians sitting next to me. You hear the cooperation of these nations. That is just madness. And apologize for using the flush down the toilet, but I really can't think of a better description. I'm sorry. You guys, we're showing you everything we can show you. I was talking with some friends there in Latichev today, and he asked me, he says, okay, what's it really like out in the east? And I said, man, just miles and miles and miles and miles of destruction. There are roads that we can go on where every building and every house is destroyed. Every one. Tanks laying everywhere, equipment laying everywhere. It's like Armageddon, and or an apocalyptic type look, and it's just terribly sad. But we all stand and we do our best together.
We arrived in Kropivnitsky. We rented a room in a hotel, and here is you see no power.
No, there's no
power, no water.
Yeah, we'll go over here and check it. The only lights we have is three
power banks. So we
power
have
banks, flashlights, and I brought a candle, and we've got them all on for the video, plus the light on my camera here.
Yeah, so everything is good.
Yeah, Zhenya said, you know what, add this to the update.
Yeah, I think this is hotel.
No, this is Russian world.
Yeah.
Ruski mir.
Yes, it's nothing about.
No, and it's not about Ukraine. And
it's about reality what Russia brought and trying to. This is what they wish. It's a part. They would wish that we were eliminate us.
Yeah.
But at least.
Well, even think about the economy. So we're driving in, and usually about 4 hours out, I start looking for a place to stay for us.
Maybe it's a good time to share how much money.
Well, I'm going to. I mean, this is the best hotel in the city by ranking on Booking.com, 9.1, and for 3 of us. And look at here, you've got Mo, you got Mo, Larry, and Curly. So guess which bed is Ukrainians? Ukrainian fella, American. All my gear. But listen, beautiful place. We have a kitchen. Yeah,
it's nice.
This is really nice, guys. And this is gonna show you refrigerator, stove, everything.
You can cook here.
Air conditioned, beautiful TV. But here's the reality of the economics. Best hotel in this city. This city's got to have. It's got to be the same size as Polnitsky, 300,000. This hotel for the 3 of us costs
30.
Yeah, $30.
$10
including breakfast. $10 per person, including breakfast.
They're just surviving, you know.
They're surviving.
A lot of places just absolutely closed, and it's like they're down their business. And
we checked in by flashlight. We walked the stairs by cell light.
Yeah, we were
And
transferring money by, the straight transfer from application to application because no power.
And folks, Jania said, man, throw that camera on. Let's show people what it's really like. So here you have it. Sergei Ochusin, he's happy. He's got his Ukrainian flag on his cross, and this man's happy because he's drinking Sandora orange juice.
We are together.
We're together.
Yeah.
That's right. And that includes our church and everybody around the world.
Yeah.
So thank you guys. This is 2 studs right here I'm with tonight. So tomorrow we head south. Now, hopefully we can get this uploaded, and
Navarra does well.
the Navarra is awesome. So thank you guys. So we'll let Sergey help us tonight. Sergey, you have to say, ты можешь сказать a good night to all.
Good night to all.
Have a little more energy. A little more energy.
Good night to all.
To all a good night.
I think that was Drago for Rocky.
Okay, we can do it one more time.
Okay. You shut us?
Good night to all.
Be happy.